This is Bimbo Barbarella, and this is Wednesday, January 24th at 12:35 p.m. And I'm usually never on at this time. However, the complaint department is now open for business. And if you've watched my show, you know that I don't complain too much about things because a lot of times it's usually pointless and it's unwarranted. However, there is a major complaint that I need to share with everybody today. Okay? Was it the fact that I had to get up at 5:30 in the morning today to feed the cats? No. Was it that Al had an appointment at 9 o'clock in the morning and 11:30 in the morning? No. Was it the fact that before we left for his appointment, he was eating cereal and he spilled it on himself, got it all over his shirt, had to change his shirt, and it ended up getting into the lazy boy chair and it made a big mess? Is that the complaint? No, it is not. Was it the fact that we had 2 hours to kill? Well, a little less than that, about 90 minutes. Was the complaint that we had to go to cable and pay the cable bill? No, that is not the complaint. Was the complaint that Cat Daddy was hungry because he spilled all his breakfast cereal? No, that is not the complaint. The complaint is he wanted something to eat, some sort of like breakfast sandwich or something like that. And I could have gone to Starbucks, but Starbucks is kind of expensive. And in the same shopping plaza, there's a Chick-fil-A. And I have never been to a Chick-fil-A. For one, it's always crowded. People rave about how great the food is. And I just never had the desire to go. Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the complaint lies. First of all, I walked in because there was 2 lines going around the building for the drive-thru. And I am not going to sit in a drive-thru for half an hour for anything. Nothing. So I walk inside, and I had never been there before. Never, ever. Not for any meal whatsoever. And I said, do you have like any sort of, like breakfast sandwiches and stuff? And this was at 11 a.m. and she says, about 11:15. And she said, yeah, but we're almost done. I says, yeah, okay. Can I have 2 of the Chick-fil-A biscuit breakfast sandwiches? Yeah, Bobak, but there were no Taco Bells in this shopping center. And his wound care doctor was right next door to the cancer center that Al goes to. So we weren't going to drive all around. But I would have... Let me finish my complaint, and then I will address as such. So I says, okay. And two sandwiches came to $8. Is that the complaint? No, not at all. Um, so we sit in the van um, because the oncology doctor is right next door. And so we just sat there, and I opened up this biscuit Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, um, the biscuit was so flaky and just so falling apart that to pick it up and hold it, it broke in my hand. And so the biscuit was probably not cooked properly. And this piece of chicken, I don't like eating sandwiches that are breaded because you're eating bread on bread. This chicken sandwich was the most tasteless piece of food that I've eaten in a long, long time. I mean, it had substance, but it did not taste like anything. And so they gave me some Chick-fil-A sauce to put on. So I said, oh, maybe this will help. No, it made it worse because all you could taste was this sauce. And I'm thinking, people rave about Chick-fil-A. It is the first time that I have ever been to a Chick-fil-A, and I can guarantee you that it will be the last. And you're right, Boblock, that really wasn't that bad. Um, but still, I don't know what people rave about that place for. Oh, well, I don't know, because that was absolutely terrible. And I'm not even going to give it a second chance. It was so bad. You could give me free coupons and I would not go. It was just terrible. It was like akin to, you know what? I would have rather eaten a McDonald's McRib than eaten that thing. Because at least the McDonald's McRib, you don't know what kind of meat it is, but it actually has some taste. This thing tasted like a piece of like soft cardboard. Breaded soft cardboard, mind you. And it just, so I came home, and the first thing I did was ate a candy bar. Which actually tasted like a candy bar. It wasn't breaded. I didn't have to put any sauce on it to make it seem worse. So Bopak, he's saying, I think sometimes it's the location, like the people just not doing a good job putting the sandwich together. I mean, this Chick-fil-A where we are has like two lines, two drive-through lines. They were all completely filled. And that to me is another thing that I want to complain about. How lazy do you have to be to sit 7 cars deep waiting to go into a restaurant? Are you that lazy that you can't get out of your vehicle and walk inside and order something because there were three people inside. Three people. Oh, three customers inside. So I got these two tasteless sandwiches in like 5 minutes. And so I walked outside and I saw cars. They had maybe moved like 2 spots. So that's just my little rant for today. Like I said, I really don't like to complain, but that was just terrible. Right, probably. The food sucked because of the large demand rushing to push everything through. Right, yeah, that's very possible. But so then why do people keep going back? Because every time we're down at his doctor's office, this place has a line of food. And I just don't get it. And like I said, I am not going to try it again. I will never eat another Chick-fil-A sandwich ever again. And that's my little rant for today. Bopak, and how do you feel about Chick-fil-A? Well, you said that you had mixed quality from Chick-fil-A. Sometimes good, sometimes terrible. Well, they could have given it to me for nothing, and it still would have tasted terrible. And it's surprising to see you up so early because you were on with Pirate Radio last night, weren't you? Yeah. But that's my complaint for the day. If you're hearing it, I hope you enjoyed it. Because yesterday, shopping had no entertainment. So this was my big entertaining moment for today. Because now I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to go back to sleep. I enjoyed the rant. I give it a B- score. Thank you, Bopak. That's very decent of you. Because anything below average, I'll take. So don't forget, Mr. Bopak, coming up February 2nd. Taylor Swift. I know everybody's waiting for that. I know I'm not, but I promised I would do it, so I have to do it. But I'm just gonna go back to sleep and hopefully get that chicken taste out of me. Okay, anybody watching, thank you. My friend Bopak, one of the professors at the College of Knowledge, thank you for your side chat. I don't know her either. I've done a little bit of listening to her stuff on YouTube, and it's not my kind of music. Hello, Sharon. I will have to say, though, that I have to give her a little bit of props because she is talented. She writes her own music. She plays her own music. It's just not my cup of tea. Oh, Mrs. Hoppy. Well, geez, come on, it's still morning where you are. What I was doing there, Mrs. Hopkins, was I was complaining about Chick-fil-A and their tasteless cardboard tasted sandwich that I had this morning. Hello, Chris. So I don't know if they have um, Chick-fil-A's out where you live. Well, Chris, I was complaining about this very terrible Chick-fil-A sandwich I had, and it was my first time ever going to Chick-fil-A, and it will be my last. Guarantee. You could not give me this stuff for free again because I will not try it. Like I was telling Bo Pop before anybody else came in, as gross as they are, I would rather eat a McRib because at least that has some taste. Might not taste good, but it has some kind of taste. This sandwich tasted like nothing. Okay, Bopak, thanks for coming up. I appreciate it. Yes, and oh, Mrs. Hopkins, it was terrible. Um, oh yeah, they're very anti LGBTQB XN whatever. Yeah, Chris. I mean, and it was a it was a chicken thing on a biscuit, and the biscuit was so flaky that you couldn't hold it because it fell apart as I'm trying to eat it, and it had a lot of breading on it, so it's eating like bread on bread, which is gonna put weight on you. And this chicken, it had absolutely, honestly, zero taste. It did not taste like chicken. It did not taste like anything. I could have, oh, see this wooden coaster here? I could gnaw on this. And that's what it tasted like. It was hideous. And all because Cat Daddy was hungry because the doctor appointment that he had this morning, he was eating cereal and he spilled it all over himself, which was funny. And so it got all over his shirt, got all over the lazy boy chair, and so he's hooting and hollering, and I'm just sitting there laughing. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's all I really wanted to say. That is the complaint department. And I really don't know of anything going on this week. I think Easy Street with Jen is having her trivia on Sunday. Well, Chris, I know they're very popular, but that was the first time that I have ever tried one. And I won't try it again. Okay, Mrs. Hopkins, what's Raising Cane's? Is that like a chain of food out west? Because what I miss out west when I lived in California was like In-N-Out burgers, because they were good. They were good. But even I've heard from some of my friends that live in like San Diego that they've started to go downhill a little bit. Chicken fingers, old-fashioned ribbed fries. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, and you know what gets me about chicken fingers is I'll never forget the time me and Cat Daddy and some of his family went to Hooters to eat. And now, Hooters is another place really not known for their food. So anyway, so Al says, "Oh, can I have some boneless chicken wings?" and his brother said something funny, but a boneless chicken wing. How the hell are you gonna have a boneless chicken wing? Oh, KFC is uh, a a bucket of KFC for like 10 pieces of chicken is like $20. Oh, okay. I mean, chicken fingers aren't bad. Yeah, and I loved ribbed French fries. They're very good. So it's so nice and warm here in Tampa today. It's like 75 degrees at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, exactly, Mrs. Hopkins. Yeah, you can make a $5 chicken bowl at home. Yeah. Uh, I could have gotten a Tyson chicken patty, um, a hamburger roll, and had a better tasting sandwich than I paid $4 for at stupid Chick-fil-A. Oh God! And then they had the sauce that they gave me. So I put the sauce on, thinking that it might help the taste of this thing. No, it made it worse because now all it tasted was like cardboard with a bunch of sauce on it. No, Chris, no, no. Um, Restaurants and places like that, I really give no quarter to because um, it's not that hard to make decent food. You look some of the stuff that Easy Street with Jen makes. She makes a lot of her stuff from scratch. And when I visit her, oh, that week, she could whip up something from scratch, and it was the best tasting thing that you could ever get. And yet they can't make a chicken sandwich. It's like the time, and I think I've told you this story before. Some of you might have heard it before. Months ago, before like Thanksgiving, we go to Taco Bell, and I like the hard shell tacos, and I think I got like 3 or 4 of them. So I'm eating them, and so the next I get another one, and it feels kind of light. I looked and there was no meat. Now, a taco has lettuce, sour cream, and meat, and they're paying some banana head $12, $15 an hour to make a taco, and he's too dumb to put the meat in. Al says, "Oh, take it back, take it back." I'm not going to drive 25 minutes to take back a taco and then go up to the counter and says, "I got this taco, but it has no meat." So we have not been back to that Taco Bell either. Uh, Yikes. Well, yes. Well, oh, yes, Hoppy. Yes, 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 that's why. Nope, Chris, I will not give anybody a second chance. It's like there's a restaurant chain here, called Beef O'Brady's. And everything in Beef O'Brady's is so overly deep fried. I mean, me and Susanna Banana Zagnut went out once and we ate there, and she wanted, "Oh, I never had a fried pickle before," and I never had them either. If you did not take the breading off, you would not know there was a pickle in it. It was nothing but breading. If I wanted to eat baked bread, I would put, bread in my deep fryer. Because that's what it tasted like. Uh, oh, Mrs. Hopkins, and I just watched, oh, your short today. I don't know whether it was a short or something, but you were at Dairy Queen with Mama B, and she was eating ice cream cone, and it looked pretty cold for Arizona because she was sitting there shivering, eating her ice cream cone, which I thought was funny because I was showing my nurse friends, oh, like some of my shorts, and yours popped up. And so I said, see, oh, look how cold. And they live in Arizona. So I guess people in Florida really need to shut up about how cold it is. And I'm one of them. Because, yeah, I don't know, honey. Well, Mama B just looked like she was freezing. Oh, oh, so, all right, well, that was it. That is my complaint department's program for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for the couple of people that came up. Bopak, Chris LeClaire. I think Sandra came up. Um, who was it? Oh, no, oh, no. Sharon came up. We did, Sharon. We did have White Castles. They were called Crystal Burgers, but they were owned by White Castle. And I don't know why they closed. They were really popular. And so again, with Cat Daddy and his brother, they would have contests to see, oh, well, I can eat a bag of 20. No, I can eat it faster than you can. So here's two grown adults seeing which one of them can eat these. And if you don't know what they are, they're little hamburgers about this size. And they're having a contest to see who can eat, oh, 20 the fastest. Maybe that's why they closed up, because they were giving people too much heart failure. But they were so good. And then if you've ever, gotten into like the food store, they have them, and they're like fried. Oh, they're nothing. You got to put them in the microwave and they are tasteless. She had 2 layers of stuff, 2 jackets. Oh, well, if it was free ice cream, yes, absolutely. Any day, oh, Hoppy, is a good day for free ice cream. If I was getting free ice cream, I would even have it if it's 30 degrees out because it's free. I should have gotten that goddamn biscuit for free. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. That's it. Mrs. Hoppy, we'll see what's going on this week. Maybe I'll do something Friday. I don't know. I do have a couple songs I gotta write. My one, my Ghost Pirate Gypsy love song and Black Valentine. Well, they're written. I just gotta play them. So maybe we'll do something Friday. I don't know. I'll let you know. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just come on and see what happens. But I'm going back to bed. Good night. That's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going back to sleep. But I was up at 5:30 in the morning so that I could feed the animals because he had to be at his appointment at 9 o'clock, and then he spilled his cereal all over himself. That was so funny. Sharon, and what do you think about White Castles? Oh, do they have them where you live still, or what? Mrs. Hopkins, and do they have White Castles out there in AZ? Yeah. I mean, because just that little square hamburger with that little square piece of meat, and you got a pickle. Not near me. uh, Maybe you got to go up to Kingman to get them, or Laughlin. Would you ride to Kingman to get a White Castle? I don't know, but from where you live to where Kingman is, that's a pretty that's a pretty long haul. Let me tell you, because a lot of people, well, because Florida is kind of big, but a lot of people, unless you've ever been out west, you don't realize how giant the states are. So Sharon says White Castle is about 20 miles from Ann Arbor. Sometimes I want one. Well, if I want something bad enough, 20 miles isn't that far. Would I go 20 miles for a hamburger that looked like this? Probably not. Well, see, and even when I try to complain, I end up laughing. So, all right, guys. See you later. Maybe if Pirate Radio Kropka's on tonight, I'll see what he's doing. So, okay, Mrs. Hopkins, Sharon, Chris, Bopak. Thanks. See you guys later. Bye bye.